Uh-oh. Need to get him out of the pond. Yeah, so today I have to get a Kuhaku out of the pond. He's got a bit of redness on his side, so I just want to have a look at it and probably treat it with a bit of Tamidine, just make sure it doesn't get any worse. While I have my medical kit out, I'll show you everything I have on hand for the Kai. Yeah, so everything in this box, first of all, I have a carp landing net. It's handy for taking the fish out, something soft to put them on. Not a hard surface. Picked up this from Amazon. I think it was about 10 quid or something, so it's handy to have. A mixing bowl, which was an old protein. Just used to have protein in it. It's good for mixing with pond water, any chemicals you need, so you can give it a shake, mix it up in that. Little measuring jug. Potassium permanganate for parasites and any sort of bacteria. Bit of Mediclay. I use it more so over the winter time when I'm not really wanting to look at the pond, because you put that in and it's about 48 hours before the pond clears out. I don't use it. It's not a weekly thing or anything like that. FMG, good for Kostya. DPD tablets, just to check the chlorine content in the water. If you felt the carbon was ran out, you can check the water by dropping one of these tablets into it, about 10 mils. The water changes colour, there's chlorine in the water. Salt meter, I think it's a must-have really for any Kai keeper. I have the Kai Medic version. Like last year I had a spike in nitrite and I wanted to keep the water about 0.3 until that sorted out. So I don't really like putting salt in the pond too often, but when I have to, perfect measurements with that. Little measuring scales, Flucosol, Gillen body flukes, sodium thiosulfate if I need to get rid of any free chlorine in the water after finding out there's some there. Cotton buds, bit of Tamidine, high cam for sedating the fish, gloves, bit of propolis for covering up any wounds, some cloths, bit of ulcer swab for any open wounds, and clippers of that if I need to take off any scales or any raised scales or anything needs to come off. Yeah, so that's about everything I have. Some people wonder why I carry it all on hand when you can just order from Amazon, but I'm in Ireland here and most times I actually get out to look at the pond is the weekend. So if I know there's flukes or something on Friday evening and I have to order it, it could be Tuesday, Wednesday before I get it. At that stage there could be some damage done, so I like to have it all on hand. It never seems to go to waste. And even the expiration dates seem to be fairly good. Like FMG 2024, I'd say he'll need that before 2024. Right, so let's have a look at this fish. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this Kuhaku out. He's got a bit of a, not that side, the other side of him. He's got a bit of redness and I just want to have a look at it, maybe get a bit of Tamidine in it. You might turn around here to have a look at it. Yeah, you can see it there. So I'll catch up with you when I have him in the bowl. So I think the key thing about getting a fish out and sedating him, if you have to do anything to him, is just preparation. You want to keep the fish to a minimum out of the water. So here I have a bowl. The sedative I use is just, if you can see that there, Kai Cam, 10 drops per 5 litres. Leave him in that for a few minutes. When he goes upside down, take him out. Have my carp landing mat there where I'll put it on him, and today I'm just going to rub it down with Tamidine and seal it up with a bit of propolis, then let him back. That's all I can really do with it, just to make sure that redness doesn't get out of hand and no bacteria or anything forms. Yeah, sure, I'll catch back up with you when I have the fish on the mat. There's the mat ready. Yeah, so there you can see the red mark. So what I have here is just a bit of disinfectant and a cotton swab.
just to clean out the area. Yeah, it seems to be a scale missing, so just that it doesn't get infected or anything like that. So give it a good clean out. Yeah, clean it all out before I put the propellants on. And I also have this, it's ulcer swab, so just a bit of that as well. It's just another sort of disinfectant. That'll clean it all out. And then a little bit of Propellus just to seal it up. You put a bit of water over the propellers, it hardens up a bit before I put them back in the pond. So now to get him float back in the pond.
Yeah, so there he is, back in the pond. Maybe a bit shook for a few minutes, but after that he'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, so you can see the blanket weed is getting out of hand. Probably put about 2 doses of that EA blanket stop in already, and to be honest it hasn't really been doing a whole lot, so I'll give it another go, or else I'm going to move on to cloverleaf, which everyone seems to say works fairly immediately. It's taken off bits and pieces that you can see, bits and pieces floating about, but I'm not really happy with the amount that's taken. It seems to be growing faster than it's coming off. Yeah, so I have to clean out the filters nearly every day while this is here, so we'll see how I get on. Yeah, so with this EA stuff, you just add the required amount into some pond water. So it's basically a required amount. Put the lid on and give it a shake and get it in the pond. Yeah, so it's straightforward enough to pour it around the pond. That's out there, bucket. See how I get on. If it doesn't work the next few, give it about a week, and then I'll move on. If it's not working, move on to something better. Besides from the blanket weed, all the fish are doing fine. Yeah, so that's all for this week. Hopefully, I'll try and get one out a week, and if you like it, subscribe. Thank you.